Welcome back, everyone. It's the Bourbon Judge. We are back at it, and I am excited for today's episode. Why, Judge? Why? Why are you excited? So, we're going to dive into 7 brands that are maybe a little bit less well-known. You know, they're up and coming. Their distribution is growing state by state. And these are brands where I've tried all 7 of them. And they're ones where, honestly, the quality of the whiskey is honestly just top notch. So I'll say this. You think about it, in this day and age, everyone knows all of like the really huge brands. Your Heaven Hills, your Buffalo Trace, your 1792. Those big, massive brands, sure. They're always going to be putting out good whiskey. And, you know, obviously really good, you know, of course, allocated whiskey as well in many cases. Rather than always chasing just allocated whiskey only, these are brands where I'm telling you, I've had some single barrels from them or just even their standard whiskey, and I'm like, wow, the quality of the whiskey is straight up legit. Hence the reason why I want to make sure that each and every one of you out there know that these brands are up and coming. Cool? All right. We're going to dive into these 7, and I'm going to call out the fact that these 7, these are not in order, right? So it's not in order of preference. I'm not saying number 1 is better than number 2. These are just the 7 brands that I have. And again, this is not in order of preference. Fair? All right. So let's go ahead and dive into the first one. So the first brand, this one, I'm actually working with them to do a barrel pick because that's how much I love their whiskey. If I do a barrel pick with someone, that means I really love their whiskey. So it was one of my top whiskeys for non-allocated, right? One of my top non-allocated whiskeys for 2023. I had several pours of their whiskey. Every single barrel and bottle that I had was flat out amazing. And I mean amazing quality whiskey. So you'll see a lot of their whiskey from companies like Two Soul Spirits, sources from them, as well as you'll just see their bottles of like Mackenzie brand on shelf in various different places. But from Finger Lakes Distilling, Mackenzie, woohoo! This bottle right here, oh my gosh. Single barrel I got locally. I am so glad I'm working with the Mackenzie team to get or the Finger Lakes Distilling team rather, to get my own private barrel pick with them. Their whiskey is amazing. It's truly great quality whiskey, and it's very different than most whiskeys that's on the market. Very unique and just, I mean, honestly, from start to finish, just great. Flat out great. So Finger Lakes Distilling, specifically the sub brand Mackenzie. Absolutely amazing whiskey coming from the great state of New York. Yes, New York. That's the first one. All right, number 1. Number 2. So this is a brand where this brand actually also made my non-allocated list in 2023 of 2023. And I would say what I love about this brand is the fact that I've had numerous batches from this company, and every batch to me kept getting better and better and better. It's source whiskey, but I will tell you, the owner, when I say this gentleman has an amazing palate, it's truly an amazing palate. So I just opened one of my, I think this is my third, now my third bottle, I believe, of K. Luke. So this is a K. Luke. This is a single barrel that I got for Christmas. And when I got this, popped it open, and I'm telling you, that's what I'm sipping right now. It's just amazing. So Jonathan, the owner from K. Luke, he's actually going to be on the channel here coming up in the next couple weeks. We're still working out details. But I've had numerous batches of K. Luke whiskey. Every single batch keeps getting better, better, and better. The cool thing about K. Luke, along with even Mackenzie, they're not super allocated. A lot of times, even like K. Luke, for example, you can find them on places like a Shared Pour, great website, by the way, or Sealbox, or other places as well online. Not only do you have to look for it in stores, they do have different releases online as well, which is cool. Availability. You don't even need to hunt. That's what I love about whiskey. Going online and buying it. Cheers, everybody. Woo! All right. Number 3. So this brand out of the great state of Wisconsin, it's a brand I wish more people knew more about because this is my private barrel that I did, but I've had not even my own whiskey or single barrel over there, but like just other bottles from this brand. The bourbon's good. Their ryes are they're just exceptional. In my opinion, they are exceptional. But so many people overlook this brand. The whiskey itself, very affordable whiskey. And it sits on shelves, it's just crazy. Driftless Glen. Now this is a Driftless Glen single barrel rye pick that I did for the Bourbon Judge community. But I'm telling you, I've had other Driftless Glen bottles from friends of mine, other single barrels, and other just honestly their standard whiskey. Flat out great whiskey, great quality whiskey, available, affordable. You can also find a lot of their whiskey online at various different sites as well. And that's the cool thing about their whiskey is that it's available, it's affordable, and it's great quality. No hunting, no super allocations, no lotteries, none of that nonsense. Just great quality whiskey. All right, let's move on to the number 4 spot. So the next one, this is a bottle where I don't have a bottle of it currently, but I've had the whiskey before. Again, every batch has been absolutely amazing. What I like about this brand is that the master blender is someone that we all love. And I mean, this woman is talented. So I'm talking about our good friend Nancy Fraley, and Nancy is truly a guru when it comes to blending and making just amazing whiskey as a whole. So number 4 is the brand is J. Henry. So J. Henry, the brand, Nancy Fraley, the master blender there, she's been working with that team. And if anyone's ever tried anything that Nancy Fraley has touched, you know it's just solid gold. So literally number 4 goes to good old J. Henry. I'm looking forward to getting me some bottles of J. Henry myself coming up soon. That's what I'm hunting for personally. No allocated stuff. I'm hunting J. Henry. Yes, you heard it right here. All right. Coming in the number 5 spot. Now, this is one where I don't have the bottle as well today. However, I love their whiskey, especially their ryes. Oh my gosh. Their rye whiskey, it's a little bit younger, like in terms of like an age standpoint, around 3.5, 4 years. But their ryes, their sweet mash ryes, flat out, truly some of the best rye whiskey on the market. And I think what's cool about this is the fact that when you sip their sweet mash rye, to me, it sips more, and honestly, in my personal opinion, like a bourbon than it does really like a rye. It really does. But coming in the number 5 spot, this is our good friends over in, which is pretty cool, Nashville, Indiana. This is Hard Truth. So Hard Truth come in the number 5 spot. Their whiskey, again, truly exceptional quality whiskey, especially their ryes. Their sweet mash ryes are just, oh gosh, another level. They recently came out with various different finishes. I'm on a hunt looking for those as well. I know they're available a lot of times like in the Midwest. So when I go out to Kentucky here next month, you better believe I'm bringing home several bottles of Hard Truth whiskey. I know you can also get Hard Truth online as well, certain places. So that's the cool thing about, again, I can just go online, but I'm going to wait until I get to Kentucky and buy a couple bottles and bring them home. So Hard Truth coming in the number 5 spot. I love their whiskey so much. That one too, I also have already did a barrel pick. That one will be in the next like month or 2. So looking forward to that one. Number 5. All right, Judge. What is number 6 and number 7 and why? Whew. All right, before we get to 6 and 7, couple quick favors. Number 1, hit the like button. Number 2, drop me a comment. Let me know what are some brands that you think that everyone else out there should know about. Like, you know, up and coming brands, smaller brands in comparison to like to your Heaven Hills and your Buffalo Traces and so forth. What are some up and coming brands that you think everyone should be on the lookout for? Last but not least, please make sure you also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you get a notification each and every time I release new content. Cool? All right. Cheers. Woo! This K-Luke, oh my gosh. That's straight fire. Straight fire. All right. Number 6. So we talked earlier about this master blender, Nancy Fraley, and just how talented she is. I had a couple different pours from different bottles, you know, from different friends that have different single barrels. This brand, I think, is changing the game as it relates, especially, honestly, to Texas whiskey. If you have not tried this brand, please, please go ahead. Go to your local store. Get it online. If you need to go to Share Pour, Sailbox, or Bourbon Outfitters, or any other online venue that sells Still Austin, please make sure you grab a bottle of Still Austin. So many different options that are out there, but also another company and another brand that Nancy Fraley is working with. Folks, I'm telling you, Still Austin is changing the game on whiskey in general, especially as it relates like to Texas whiskey. Still Austin is the truth. It really is the truth. So really excited about Still Austin as a whole. Looking forward to grabbing more bottles of Still Austin in 2024, and you should too. Again, these are up and coming brands, folks, in 2024. I'm telling you, don't stop sleeping on these brands. All right, Still Austin, the number 6 spot. So Judge, what is number 7 and why? Oh boy. You want to talk about a brand that in 2023 really, and I mean really, impressed me. And it takes a lot. Mrs. Judge would even admit this one. Sometimes I can be the judge can be a pain in the butt. But I'm going to tell you, this brand really impressed me in 2023. I had numerous bottles from them. Different bottles, different like sub-brands. And what I loved about it is that each and every sub-brand, no matter if it was a bourbon, a finished bourbon, or not, each and every sub-brand that I had from them was always just fantastic whiskey, different expressions, different finishes as a whole. This is one where I did a barrel pick of them last year. I'm doing another barrel pick with them this year because I believe in their whiskey that much, and I believe whatever they're doing down in this great state of Georgia. Number 7, this is ASW. Now, this is the Fiddler Toasted. This is a rye. No, I'm sorry. This is the Toasted Bourbon. The Toasted Rye. I have that bad boy open upstairs, sipping that like probably way too much. Way too much. But it's just such great quality whiskey. It's hard to put it down. So ASW as a distillery, I love what they're doing. Plan to, again, keep working with them because their whiskey is just truly exceptional. Honestly, exceptional whiskey. So the number 7 brand that please be on the lookout for, and grab a bottle. If you can't in your local store, try to find it online. Grab a bottle of anything ASW related. The Fiddler Toasted, bourbon or rye, the Georgia Heartwood, whatever. Try an ASW product. Email me later, hit me up on Instagram, whatever, and then you can thank me then, because I guarantee you'll love it. Hey friends, until the next time, peace, cheers, most important, salute. Take care. See ya.